The Senate will come to order. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to call the Senate.
A call of the Senate has been moved and properly sustained. Will the sergeants please close the doors, allow no senators to leave, and return all those who are absent from the chamber? Mr. Carpenter, please mark Senator Hill excused.
Sustain your own motion for a call for the Senate.
I think so. You don't think you can? It's just 5 members. I'm a member.
The president's a member.
You only need 3 people to join you.
Unless you're not a people.
I'm saying if the majority leader and the president are here, you only need 3 members to help.
We need 5 members.
You need 5 in addition to us? Right.
We're saying the same thing.
But you only need 5 members. Well, it depends how you look at it.
No, 5.
How you look at it. Depends on the parent.
Yeah. 2 plus 3 equals 5.
Yeah, I think so.
We're all on the same page.
No, 5. Only 5.
Yeah.
3 plus 2 is 5.
Right. I'll tell you this, gonna give you cancer.
No, I just look at them. I never say anything. And yesterday they said, can you just get off our side because you're not, helping us.
You need this guy.
I will never get off.
Not now. Let's call the roll. What do you think?
I'll wait for the request
I would just request that.
from the president.
Yeah, we finished.
No, we haven't done roll call.
Mr. Carpenter, please call the roll.
Senators Bridges, Cook, Quorum, Crowder, Danielson,
Here.
Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Foote, Gardner, Janal, Gonzalez, Hanson, Hill, excused, Heisey, Olbert, Lee,
Here.
Lundeen,
High level of satisfaction today of deleting.
Marble, Moreno, Pedersen, Priola, Rankin, Rodriguez, Scott, excused, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Story, Tate, Todd, Williams,
Present.
Winter, Woodward, Zinzinger, Holbert, Lundeen, Lundeen,
Lundeen.
Lundeen.
Ah.
Still here, sir.
Mr. President,
Here. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the call be raised.
The motion is to raise a call. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the call is raised.
I don't know. I think Colbert and I had that.
Committee reports.
June 10th, 2020, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs, after consideration of merits, committee recommends following. Senate Bill 224 be referred to committee of the whole with a favorable recommendation.
Special order, second reading of bills. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate take up Senate Bill 224 on special order second reading of bills at the hour of 8:19 p.m.
The motion is that the Senate take up Senate Bill 224 on special orders at the hour of 2019. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will take up Senate Bill 224 at the hour of 2019. Special orders, second reading of bills. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself to the Committee of the Whole for consideration of special orders, second reading of bills.
You have heard the
Bill,
motion.
second reading of bill.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself to the Committee of the Whole for consideration of special orders, second reading of bills, and Senator Bridges will take the chair.
The committee will come to order, and the court rule is relaxed. Senator Gonzalez. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 224?
Senate Bill 224 by Senator Gonzalez and Representative Gonzalez Gutierrez concerning a prohibition on a landlord engaging in certain activities related to a tenant's citizenship status.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move Senate Bill 224 on special order, second reading of bills, and ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 224. All those in favor say aye. Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, and I apologize. We were trying to figure out what the differences were. We were told there were 3 lines only. It appears that it now has a safety clause as opposed to the petition clause. So we're still trying to figure out, Mr. Chair, what actually is changed in this bill and what is not changed in the bill. I guess I could ask for a senatorial 5, but it appears we're in a mode to make sure we just get it done and go home. I guess do as you see fit, Mr. Chair.
Senatorial 5 is always in order, and we will take one right now. Nope. Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. All right. Now that we are where we need to be, and I better understand the bill that was just handed out that we got out of committee, let me share with you so that those understand the changes. On page 4, under, well, it may not be 4, it's 4 on the new bill. In Title 38, 1204, beginning with A, that was restructured using mostly the same language, except when you get to line 20. Line 20, beginning with provided the landlord requests the same information or documentation of all prospective tenants regardless of immigration or citizen status, including requesting a social security number or relevant taxpayer identification number, or that is new language here that's different than 108. And then, of course, I had mentioned earlier regarding the safety clause. I guess we've had this debate before. I won't go over the debate again. It just seems really unnecessary to continue to hammer landlords, and I would ask for a no vote. Thank you.
Senator Lundin.
Hold on for a second.
Senator Lundin.
Mr. Chair, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Senate Bill 224, just got a copy of the bill. I'm grateful for that. I'm looking for the fiscal note. Is there a fiscal note on the bill? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to the good senator from Monument for the question. It is available in your box. There is no appropriation required. There wasn't the first time around either.
Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I was exploring that myself. I do have the fiscal note for Senate Bill 108, and no appropriation is required. Also refer those who might be interested to the Senate rules, Senate Rule 25E, no measure having a significant effect on revenues, expenditures, or fiscal liability of the state or any political subdivision thereof, for which a pertinent fiscal note has not been prepared or updated, shall be passed on second reading until an appropriate fiscal note is prepared or updated, if so requested by at least 5 members. If this bill is in fact a mere, except for those, I think, 3 lines, the Senate Bill 108, it looks like it does not have that requirement, and the senator has shown me a copy of the digital version of the fiscal note, so I think that is satisfied. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Minority Leader.
Challenging, I was just saying it doesn't need one.
Seeing no further,
Civics lesson.
I would ask senators if you have comments to make on a bill that you at least indicate moving towards the front rather than simply raising your hands from your chairs. I understand social distancing is important. There's plenty of room up here to still remain 6 feet apart with your masks on and safe. Senator Priola.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And a simple question for the sponsor. Given the new draft requires a social security number to be asked for all tenants, prospective tenants, assuming this bill only applies to residential property? Okay.
Senator Tate, do you have comments? Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 224. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no? No. Ayes have it. That bill is adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion before the committee is to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a bill under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
Mr. President, your committee will hold begs leave to report that on consideration of the following attached bills, being secretary of the House, makes the following recommendations are on. Senate Bill 224 passed on second reading order and gross and place conduct for the ring and final passage.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption of the report.
The motion is for the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? No votes on the committee of the whole report. Senators Lundin, Sonnenberg, Marble, Cook, Smallwood, Gardner, Woodward, Heisey, Quorum, Minority Leader, Rankin, with 22 ayes, 11 no votes, 0 absent, and 2 excused, the committee of the whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 224 passed on second reading, ordered and gross and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Announcements. Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will be having a Senate Appropriations Committee meeting tomorrow morning at, I know, it's so exciting, at 8:30 a.m. So 8:30 a.m., it looks like we're going to hear 3 bills, 1213, 1403, and 1415. See you there, or be square.
Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege, please?
Granted.
Thank you, sir. Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We just concluded day 80. We have 40 days left. We're 2/3 the way through, yet we're introducing bills without paper. We're going to committee, and we're coming back to the floor ramming bills through. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a better process, and I'll be brief. I want us, honestly, to have respect for the institution, have respect for the rules. There's no problem coming back next week, the week after, whatever it takes to get our work done. I appreciate the effort, Mr. Majority Leader and Mr. President, by trying to get us out of here by Saturday. I indeed appreciate that. But it appears we have work to do. And I hate the idea that the public is shut out of this process. They couldn't testify on this bill tonight. They didn't know about this bill tonight. They won't hear about it until tomorrow. Mr. President, I would ask Mr. Majority Leader that we would think about that. We do have 40 days that we can work with. If we take 10 days off, a week off, and then come back, I'm fine with that too. But let's not shut this off to the public. Thank you, Mr. President.
Further announcements. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Over the next couple of days, we're going to say goodbye to members who won't come back. I think the Majority Leader has a list, and he was kind enough to come ask, how do we want to handle this? If there are any members, and maybe the Majority Leader could read off the list of names, who would like your, as Senator Stedman labeled them, the eulogy to the living. If you would like yours to be tomorrow, could you let us know? Because we're trying to divide these up between tomorrow and Friday. So if you would like yours tomorrow, I agree it would be a convenient thing to do. Let us know and we'll start those tomorrow. And then if you'd like yours on Friday, we would take that feedback as well. So I'll step aside so the Majority Leader can read the list of names. But for those of you who are term limited, those of you who are not running again, thank you for the opportunity to serve with you, and look forward to honoring you and maybe making a little bit of fun of you as well. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Minority Leader. I think we've got 8 folks that we know won't be returning. We want to make sure Senator Lois Court is in that list, and we will include Senator Courts tomorrow. We are also. I wanted to do Senator Hill's in a few days because it's going to take me a while to think of anything nice to say. I'm just kidding. We'll do Senator Hill's tomorrow as well because he's got some family coming up, and then if you're one of the other ones, so Senator Todd, Senator Marble, Senator Crowder, Senator Foote, Senator Williams, Senator Tate. Few of you we're kind of deciding if we're going to let you come back next year. We'll let you know. Those are the ones that are slated to be out of here. So if you are one of those on that list and you have a preference of getting roasted tomorrow or Friday, let us know. But we'll definitely plan on Senator Court and Senator Hill to get us started tomorrow. We'll probably do at least 2 others of the list and do the remaining 4 on Friday.
Further announcements. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Related to that, my understanding is that we may need to go into Saturday. I don't believe that the majority has made a decision on that, maybe in either chamber. But for the members of the minority caucus, I text you some information on that. Not for sure yet. My preference would be that if we can't get done by Friday, if there's a bill or 2 that need to have one more day, I'd rather come in on Saturday than wait till next Monday. But we await that decision. For now, members of the minority, I would encourage you to plan on being here Saturday.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. So yes, the plan was to be done Friday. I'll be honest, I think the Senate has done our part to make sure that happens. But there are some bills that I don't know what the House is doing at the moment, but I think they are getting some bills. They need to pass those on seconds today for them to be able to get through the process by the end of Friday. And I'm not sure if they're going to do that. So it kind of depends on the House. I think we will know come morning for sure. And we will let folks know as soon as possible after kind of each caucus deliberates a little bit on when we will be coming in if we do have to come in past Friday. So for now, Mr. President, I regret to inform you that we do have actually one more bill. Just kidding. I move that the Senate adjourn until tomorrow, June 11th, 9 a.m.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will stand in adjournment until 0900 hours on Thursday, June 11th, 2020.